After missing out in Super Bowl 53 due to a torn ACL, Cooper Kupp made sure he was available for this year's big game and helped lead his team to their second ring. And in recent news out of Denver, the Broncos just acquired a 9-time Pro Bowler to be their new signal caller under center. And after deciding to sit out an entire season with the Texans, find out why DeSean Watson's year will have to wait a little bit longer right here on Full Sail Live. Welcome to Full Sail Live. I'm your host, Matt Seaman. Super Bowl Sunday has now concluded, and the Los Angeles Rams have claimed their second title. But this wouldn't have been possible without the legendary season performance from Cooper Kupp. The star wideout captured the receiving triple crown by leading the league in receptions, receiving yards, and touchdowns. The yards-catching king is the first player since 2005 to achieve such honor. And you would think an opposing defense in the biggest game of the year would make sure that a guy who finished the season with 145 catches and nearly 2,000 receiving yards doesn't see the ball very often. But there was nothing, and I mean nothing, Eli Apple and that Bengals secondary could do to stop Kupp. He was simply electric out there and finished the game with 92 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns, with one being the final tally mark to earn the Lombardi Trophy. The former third-round pick had an unforgettable season, becoming the 8th wide receiver in NFL history to win the Super Bowl MVP. But was this even in question? He was the best player in the game and had a 7-1 favorite to win the award. Come on. It will be hard to replicate a season like the Fantasy Star had, but things are looking up for him and the City of Angels. And it's time for Mr. Unlimited to go mile high. The Seattle Seahawks have agreed to trade their Super Bowl winning QB to the Denver Broncos for quarterback Drew Lock, defensive tackle Shelby Harris, and fourth-year tight end Noah Fant, along with 5 picks, 2 being first-rounders. The future for Wilson in Seattle has been in question for over a year now, and despite announcing publicly he would stay, he's found a new home in the AFC West. Speaking of big-name trades, Baker Mayfield's era in Cleveland has come to a close, and he will continue playing in Carolina. But let's not forget back in April when Panthers receiver Robbie Anderson commented, quote, no on a potential landing spots post about the former first overall pick. Then Anderson told reporters he was just trying to be a good teammate and defend Sam Darnold. Interesting. And the best part, these two teams face off in Week 1. Then, when we return, we find out why TB12 fooled the entire world of sports by announcing an unusual decision, even for him. Coming up next on Full Sail Live. On February 1st, many thought they would never watch Tom Brady play another down in the NFL. We knew this day would arrive eventually. It was only a question of when. But right when we thought his legacy was finished, he pulled one more surprise and unretired just 40 days after his initial decision. He's now 45 years old and ready to suit up for his 23rd season. The timing of his decision is the strangest part of this story. When asked if he was ready to retire, he replied, quote, partly, yes. But out of respect of the Bucs organization and realizing that free agency was just days away, the 7-time Super Bowl champ decided it was time to get back on the field. Beyond his 23rd year is uncertain, but for now, it seems the GOAT has some unfinished business. It was first a 6-game suspension for Cleveland Browns quarterback DeSean Watson. Since then, the number has almost doubled to 11 games, plus a $5 million fine. All of this because of the 24 women who filed lawsuits against him during massage therapy sessions. So in Week 13, when Watson returns, he'll play against his former team, the Houston Texans. So if you're a masseuse in Houston, we have a problem. When we come back, it was proven that age does not define your golf swing. We'll talk to Phil Mickelson, the oldest winner in the history of major championship golf, next on Full Sail Live.